Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm actually somewhat, not really on a schedule, but somewhat on a schedule. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate every single one of you that have come back. I've gained a few subscribers, so thank you so much. I'll say it again, I only do this for fun. I don't do it for anything else. I just do it because I have a love for what I do and like to share it. So that's it. Okay. First off, I'd like to just talk about what I'm wearing. You can kind of see little bits of it. What this is a pullover. I had the pattern here somewhere. Talk about being professional here, eh? Sorry about the crinkling. I got some stuff to show you too. But anyway, this pattern is the Elephant Promenade. There you go, and it's by Boho Chic Fiber. Annie Upton, I believe. Beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. I saw this pattern on a young lady who was at Rhinebeck this year. It was my first year going, and it literally stopped me in my tracks. She had done it. This part here was all in a green, like a beautiful hunter green, and then this was done in like a lighter white color. Like I'll show you what I've done. She did the long sleeve version, but I preferred the short sleeve because I didn't have enough of the dark color to do the long sleeve. So, and I made an alteration. So this part down here, there's this this part right here. I removed that and did this part at the top. But what I did is I should have done one more row of white to block, you'll see, to block off the squares, and then maybe another row of dark, and then gone into the ribbing. Because honestly, this part of the pattern I really did not like. I did not like that pattern at all. I found it very difficult to remember. But yeah, so beautiful, beautiful. So I'll stand up and you guys can see what I've done. Let me move my chair out of the way. Hopefully you can see it okay. I'll show you the bottom part separately because it's a little bit easier. Yeah, so this is what I've done. It's not really the best look. Huh, there, that's a little bit better. Let me see. Sorry guys, you're moving. Woo! Didn't mean to make you sick. But this is my part. So this is the elephants. So what I've used is this white is Natural by Malabrigo. It's in their sock base, which is 100% superwash merino. This beautiful dark color that kind of came out like a little camo-ish was in the color Mask, which is also by Malabrigo in their sock colorway. Let me put you back down. Sorry. As you can see, it did some interesting pooling of coloring. It's okay. I don't really mind it. It's not in the most flattering section, but that's okay. This yarn in the hank actually looked black. When you knit it up though, it's very brown because it has all these little speckles of red, teal, and some brown. So it's really, really pretty. So that's how I did the body. And then you will see, without showing you my tummy, what I did on the bottom. So like I was saying down here, I should have done one more row of white and then blocked it off with that one more row of black, but I just went right into the ribbing. I think it looks okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. I was debating whether or not I wanted to do the elephants in this section because it's going to sit right on my hips, and it goes all the way around. And yeah, I was nervous about that, but you know what? I wanted to use up the white that I had. It was relatively expensive yarn, so I didn't want to waste it. So that's what I did. I did that. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, so I think it turned out okay. I like it. I'll wear it. I've already gotten some really, really nice comments on it. Even though this is wool, it is so soft and so light. I think it only took less than 250 grams. Like it's not even, I'm gonna say 200 grams because I didn't even use the entire second ball of the black. And even the white, I didn't even get it all used. So beautiful. It's a beautiful pattern. If you want to try it and you knit, by all means. I'll try to put her down the pattern in the description. It is a paid for pattern, so there is that, but a lot of work went into this, and I loved it. And anybody who knows me knows that I love elephants. I don't know why I love elephants, but I do. So this was a no-brainer for me to make it. I might even make it again. Who knows? I got so much fingering weight yarn and multiples of each color, so it might be a thing. So yeah, so that's the finished object that I have this week. Now I just kind of want to talk about a couple things that I've acquired. Yeah, so we all say this, we're not going to buy anything, yada, 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 but we always end up buying something. So that's kind of what happened with me and Black Friday. So I'll show you the Black Friday stuff, and then we'll talk about it. But I'll show you the other thing that I bought. I got this from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and I have a few of these bags. I bought them from Yarn It here in a place from Coburg, Ontario. And they're by Della Q. I have a tote bag and I have a roll-up maker's bag. I love them. To be honest, they're the exact same thing if you leave them open. They're the same size, but one's more money. Anyway, I have it in mustard, and I have the tote bag in like a wine color, and I have another maker's bag in navy blue. I really wanted the bag in the pink color because I love pink. So my local girl didn't have it. She couldn't get the color. They wouldn't sell it. Don't know. So what I did is I went on to Jimmy Bean's Wool, which is a US company, and I was able to purchase it. So what it is it's this beautiful bag. Let me close it up so you can see it. It's made out of canvas, and it's made by ladies in Vietnam, I believe, Vietnam or China, one of the two. It's a waxed canvas bag, as you can see. This used to be the brand Namaste, so if you're familiar with that, you'll know these bags. But they're now Della Q, and it comes with like these beautiful little stitch markers. It kind of rolls up and it unclicks, and you just kind of roll it over. There's what the back looks like. It's got a pocket, and then it just opens up. And inside of it, you can see there's the classic yarn cutter. No, not the yarn cutter. That's not the yarn cutter. Hold on. That is the yarn holder that holds your yarn. So when you put your work in the bag, you can feed it through that. It's hard to see, but the yarn cutter is that right there. So you can cut your yarn through it. With every Della Q bag, I don't think I do have it in here. Okay, I do. It comes with a needle, and it comes with this cute little book, Life is What You Make of It. And it's just a little lined book with dots so you can create, so that's kind of cute. It's got lots of pockets. You have the option to put like scissors. They have like little attachments that you can buy. But yeah, it's large enough. It carried, my entire Zweig sweater in my mustard bag. But yeah, it comes with spots for hooks or needles. I don't know if you can see that. You see that right there? Hooks, needles. It's got some big pockets. I love it. It's one of my favorite bags. I wear this out, not this one, but the mustard one. I wear it out in public, and I've gotten so many compliments on it. I actually took my mustard one to work last week, and a girl at work wanted to know where I bought my bag so that she could go buy one. And then I told her that it was a knitting bag, and she had absolutely no idea it was a knitting bag. It literally looked just like a regular bag. And actually, I can show you my mustard one because it's here. Hold on. But this is my mustard bag. It's definitely a little bit more used, but again, it's got all the lovely stuff in there. Right, there's the scissor attachment that you can get. Same idea. It's got the stitch markers. It's got the little book. It's just beautiful, and I love the color, and I love what the company stands for. So yeah, I bought it from Jimmy Bean's Wool. Yeah, the exchange rate was terrible, but it is what it is. I wanted it. So now I'm done for bags for a while. but also not on that purchase, it was a secondary purchase. I bought this thing, it's called the Buddy case, and it's same company. It's in their Lotus collection, I think they said. It's just this cute little Buddy case. You know, it's in the beautiful pink color. And what it is it holds like your notions, your scissors. Yeah. So when you're on the go. So I thought that was cute. So I got that. I'm sorry, I don't remember how much this one was. The bag was $90 US. I can't remember what these were. This one here, this is the Maker's Bag Everyday Collection Circular Needle Case in the color Petal. So again, same idea. It's pink. It's got Delaque written on it. But inside, it's just got this beautiful accordion to hold all of your fixed circulars. There's like a little, again, it comes with the little book, you know, the book. And there's a needle in here too. It's inside the book, but it comes with that. They all come with that, so I guess that's their little niche that they have. And then it comes with these, so I'll be able to number them, what I have, and stick them on the thing so I can see what's inside those accordions. And the reason why I bring that up is because I actually bought a whole bunch of these, sorry for the crinkling, these new Addi Turbo unicorn needles. So what I'll do is my intent was to put these all in here so that they're all together so I don't lose them, because I really like my Addi Turbos. In this particular style, they're not bringing it out into a circular needle type case or type product, so you can only get them in the fixed circular. So that's why I got this. Again, can't find this here, so I purchased it online. So those were my three acquisitions from like a bag standpoint. Pepsi Zero. Okay, now Black Friday. I was not intending to buy anything on Black Friday. I went into a store in Toronto that I barely ever get to go to. We just happened to be literally 5 minutes away from that store on Saturday, so of course I went. She was actually having a 20 or 25% off sale, and she was carrying the brand Knitting for Olive. I keep hearing about this yarn, Knitting for Olive, so I was intrigued. So we went in, and she had two of the product lines. She didn't carry it all, she only carried some, because apparently this yarn you can only purchase directly from Knitting for Olive. You can't purchase it from a distributor, and this particular yarn store uses a main distributor in Toronto to get all her yarn. I get it. So it's a little bit more expensive because you need bulk orders if you're a store, and she just doesn't get a lot of orders. So what I did is I picked up some of her stuff and some other stuff because she didn't have the mohair that I wanted. I wanted to get the mohair that this company has as well. But before I get into that, I'm going to show you the two other things that I bought before. This is from Fleece Artist, which is a hand-dyed yarn dyer from Halifax, Nova Scotia. This is their Vine base, which is 90% merino, 10% viscose. It is 480 yards. It's a fingering weight, 26 stitches, 3mm needles. They say it's machine washable, but I don't think so. But we'll go with it. I don't machine wash my stuff anyway. But I got two of these. They're this beautiful light pink with some, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's like some light lavender in this as well. It's this beautiful base. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. It's got like little tweedy bits. So I picked up those because they were 20% off. Yes, okay. So because Knitting for Olive didn't have mohair that I wanted, what I did is I picked up 4 of these. This is another one of my favorite brands, but it's expensive. It's La Mana, and it's from Germany. This is a sorry, 60% mohair, 40% silk blend. It's absolutely beautiful. Obviously this is really soft because it's got the 40% the silk in it. And my intent is to hold these four, not together, but this and this Knitting for Olive together. So this here is what Knitting for Olive looks like. It's this tiny little donut. It's really small, but knitters will know that these little donuts are kind of popular in knitting stores. This is 100% extra fine merino. Now this is not as soft as extra fine merino that I'm used to. It's nice. I think it's because it is the way that it is manufactured. Possibly spun, I'm not certain, but it's the same. It's a fingering weight. It's 50 grams, 250 meters, doesn't have yardage, but my assumption is it's probably about 270. But it's in this beautiful pearl gray. So very light, very pretty. So I was going to pair these two together. Yes, the mohair is quite a bit darker, but that was my intent. I want the sweater to take on more of this color than this color, which it will. So yeah, and I have a pattern for this, which I'll show after I show you the other thing. So those are those colors that I intended to put together. And I got, again, 20% off. Yeah, these ones in Canada, I think are about, I want to say maybe $13 for a ball. But because it's fingering weight, you only need so many balls to make it. So yeah, this stuff was quite a bit more because of the silk. But with that, I actually had, I bought some more. I bought this beautiful Dusty Rose in the same thing, Knitting for Olive. I don't know much about Knitting for Olive. I just know it's all the rage right now. Probably should have went in and done some research, but I didn't. This one actually feels a bit softer than that gray one. But again, it's in this beautiful light Dusty Rose. My intent with this was, I have some drops Kid Silk. It's only 30% mohair, 30% silk, but it's would do the trick. And it's in this light pink. So I figured I could pair those two together. It works. So anyway, I got 5 of those. Sorry, I got 5 of the gray too. All right, so that leads me into my next purchase. That came very quickly, which I was surprised. I'm just gonna put all these back in the bag. Now, when I got all of this Knitting for Olive, I actually found it on another website that was having a sale. They were, I think, 25% off, and they had a kit. Now, for the kit, I loved the yarn, and I wanted to use the yarn. What I didn't like is the color that they had for the pattern. It was in this, I mean, the color was beautiful, but it was in like this light, very light mossy green. It's the only way I can explain it. And it wasn't what I wanted. I knew I wouldn't wear it. So what I did is I ordered the color I wanted, and then I messaged them and said, hey, you know, I saw on your website that if you don't like the kit, the colors, you'll send me the pattern. So anyway, that's what they did. Yes, that's what they did. And is this the pattern? It must be the pattern. I think it's the pattern. I don't know. Either way, it looks about right. It's the Lana, I'm trying to find a good picture. It's called the Lana pullover, okay? And it's from Unit Toronto. Yeah, so there's a better picture of it. I don't think this is the pattern. I think I messed up the pattern, because this is not that moss green, and the pattern is 100% in the moss green. But anyway, this stuff will work for this if I choose it. Either way, I liked this pattern. I must have, because I remembered the name of it. But it's got these beautiful eyelet details, and it's with a fingering weight yarn and a mohair. So any of what I just showed you would work. But again, the intent was, there's going to be some crinkling. I'm sorry, because of the way they packaged it. But this, oh, this is my first time feeling it. I opened the bag, but I haven't touched it. So I can definitely see why people like this mohair. Okay. So again, this is Knitting for Olive. So I found the same yeah, knitting for Olive. Anyway, this is in the color Cherry Blossom. Yeah, Cherry Blossom, knitting for Olive. Yeah, and they're $13.50. So the other store was the same price. But it's this beautiful pink. I love it. So I got, for the pattern, I needed 4. So I got 4 of the pink. And then I got their Mohair. Okay, now, this feels just like the Drops yarn that I have. Like identical. And it is not as soft as that Lamana, but again, the Lamana, it has 40% silk in it. So there's a big difference. So these ones retail for $14.50 for one of the donuts. It's 225 meters. Yeah, it's about right. But this one is in the color Ballerina. So I was going to pair them together. So again, my intent is to have this here mute down this pink a little bit, which it will, but it's still really pretty. So those ones are going to be paired together. Now I got 5 of these because there's less yardage. Now, I get it. This is, a lot of people can't do the Mohair and the Merino together, and some people just can't do Mohair at all. But I get it, it's expensive. And really it's like buying two sweater quantities for one sweater. But if you've ever had a sweater that's knit with Mohair and a strand of fingering, or just Mohair with anything in silk, it just adds a little bit of luxury to any sweater. And I get it. It's expensive. It's expensive, and it's not for everybody. But this was my choice, and I chose that I wanted to, engage in this and try it, and that's what I did. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm actually quite intrigued. I really want to start this ASAP, but I have a few things I have to finish, including that crochet sweater or shirt that I have to get done. I want that gone out of my life. I do not want to ever see that pattern again. I've made 7 of those sweaters or shirts, and I do not want to make one ever again. I'm done with it. Usually I don't have a problem making multiples, but I'm done. So yeah, so those are my little acquisitions, and my finished beautiful elephant promenade sweater. So thank you so much for watching. I'll try to remember to link everything down in below. I'll link where I bought all of these items as well. And if you have any questions, by all means, let me see in the comments what you would like to know, and I will do my best to answer. And again, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for dropping by, and have a great day. Take care. Bye now.